wonderful introduction which you have given. It makes me feel good at heart. So just give me a moment. Let me start sharing my screen. Yes. Okay. Everything visible? Is the PPT visible?
म्यूट असेल तुम्ही म्यूट आहे का बघा तुम्ही
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I compliment the Rotary Club of Pristine, President Dinesh, Secretary Amod, Acting Secretary Pratap, for having joined hands with Rotary Club of Pristine. By name Pristine and by achievements too. Both the things are valid for you. Because you are doing the largest global grant in Asia for radiation equipment of cancer. And under Muskan, you have done 250 pediatric surgeries. Notable performance in the district Ekankika, where the best ANET prize has been achieved by you. My congratulations and compliments to all the members of the Pristine Club. Yeah?
Pradeep, if you don't mind, I'll just continue the announcement.
Yes,
We
please.
got eight prizes.
Oh.
First for ANET performance, first for lights, first for Nepatya,
Oh.
second for writing, second for direction, and second for actor female.
Who is that?
And it's the second best Ekankika.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And the actor female, who got it?
Sunaya Apte.
Sudhin's wife.
Yeah.
My God, 8 awards. Fantastic, fantastic. Thanks for sharing that news. Congratulations. It's a day to celebrate. I don't know if it's a day to talk about international peace, but it's definitely a day to celebrate your success. But I think since the program is already announced, let's continue with that. Congratulations to all the winners and the entire club. I know how difficult it is to take part in an Ekankika, especially in the COVID times when it's difficult to meet each other. So you guys have done a great job, great job. Okay, Rotary Club of Pristine, Shantanu Arvindikar, President, Secretary Upasna, Event Chair Samruddhi. Compliments to all of you. What I definitely appreciate about you is that you are just chartered in this year. And already with your team of dynamic past Rotractors, I believe you have done a lot of work in international service and peace. A lot of work. I'm going to come to that later. It's not something which any other clubs are doing. So, great job. Okay, I have been already introduced, so I'll skip my introduction part. Let me begin by saying that my focus will be not just on peace, but Rotary's positive peace and what Rotractors especially can do. Because Arvind Dekar has requested me to specially guide the Rotractors in this. Okay, I'm going to hopefully mention 6 or 7 thoughts or ideas on peace through Rotract. And I would like the Rotractors to keep a note of it. And somewhere down the line on the chat box, you can just write very briefly what thought or idea you got, okay, from this whole presentation of next 20-25 minutes. So that way I know that what I'm talking or presenting is reaching you. So please feel free to put your thoughts and ideas that you get. We are all aware that the RI theme this year is that Rotary opens opportunities. For both Rotarians and Rotractors, it creates opportunities that strengthen their leadership, help put service ideas into action, and improve the lives of those in need. Briefly, I would like to go over the timeline of Rotary and peace focus. 1904, RI was established. 1913 to 18, there was World War I. Impacted by that, Rotary decided in 1921 to adopt in its objectives the following. And please note this very carefully. The objectives now include the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. So peace is incorporated into the objectives of Rotary. But remember, see the wording. The wording is very carefully selected. International understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship. International understanding, goodwill, and peace. So I would request all the Rotractors to please make a note of this. All the Rotarians also who are trying to understand this subject. Fortunately, Rotarians are already aware about the Rotary role in peace. But I would like the Rotractors to especially make a note of this. Continuing with the timeline, unfortunately, 39 to 45, there was World War II, despite all efforts. After the end of World War II, 1945, some 49 Rotarians, I said 45, but it's 49 Rotarians helped shape the UN Charter. Can you imagine what an important job we have done for the entire world? We helped shape the UN Charter, which was eventually signed on 26th of June, 1945. And Rotarians were invitees to that signing ceremony. Today, Rotary has got representation at the UN. There is a Rotary UN Day celebrated every year. I have attended one of them and it's very impressive. I had the good fortune of sitting on the same seat where India representative sits in the UN Assembly over there. It was, I would say, जिसे कहते हैं ना अंगावर शहारे आले तिथे बसल्यावर, because it was a rare opportunity to sit in that seat and observe the proceedings of the Rotary UN Day. What has been the result of all these efforts of Rotary and the UN? There has not been a third world war till then for the last 75 years. There are small skirmishes here and there. There are wars going on, but they are in isolated pockets. Large wars have been avoided by this system of UN, whose charter was prepared by us. And the world is relatively a peaceful place. But now what has Rotary done? Apart from that, its emphasis on service has had a sustaining effect on the peace in society. Please note this again, this word, Rotary's emphasis on service. Because even I used to be confused, peace mein hota kya hai yaar? But peace mein kya hota is all these policy level things which we do at UN and other higher podiums. But then at the ground level, we are sustaining peace as Rotarians and Rotaractors through our service projects. Please understand that. That means any time you work on a service project, you are contributing to peace in the society. The Rotary Day at the UN, I think I mentioned it, it celebrates the two organizations' shared vision for peace and highlights the critical humanitarian activity that both of them do. The next Rotary UN Day is on 2nd November 2020. Hopefully, if it is there, it will be held at the UN headquarters. If any one of you is visiting America, make it a point to attend it. Your vision of Rotary itself will change. The last thing about the timeline of Rotary and peace is the Rotary Peace Centers. Rotary created these peace centers in 2002 to identify and train highly qualified professionals to become agents of peace. And I'm pleased to inform you that RI President Raja Sabu was one of the architects of this Rotary Peace Centers. I'll be telling more about this later. My tryst with Rotary's Focus of Peace began with the International Understanding and Peace Symposium in February 2017. Those of you who attended it, these are the speakers, international speakers. More than 32 speakers came from America, Germany, Australia, Nepal, of course India, and about 750 delegates attended. The most important thing to note is that in his inaugural speech, Rotarian Paul Netzel, who is the chair of who was the chair of Rotary Foundation at one time, he said that when you launch any project to support education, health, or economic development in your community, you are building conditions for positive peace. This is a very basic fundamental change in my thinking which took place when I heard him. Because I used to keep worrying, kya hai ye positive peace? Kya hota hai peace? But then this positive peace concept gave me a clarity on it. Again, this is another photograph which I am proud to share. I had been to the Rotary Peace Center in Thailand on 14 January, and I was one of the first people to address them on the first day. There were about 22 peace scholars from 16 countries. You can see me here with some of the students, and interestingly, because they were non-Rotarians, they did not know much about Rotary. What we discussed was the basic civilizational philosophies of each person's origin. And that made a very interesting observation, gave me a very interesting observation. This chart looks a bit confusing, but on the left side, all these are diagrams, of which I have already written in words over here what I am trying to say in those diagrams. And the extreme right is what I'm going to tell you about later. So the North and South America, those youth, they talked about a medicine wheel philosophy. Even I didn't know about it, but that was the first time I came to know what is medicine wheel. Asia, India, Nepal, we talked about 4 life stages and holistic development. Australia, New Zealand, they talked about Maori, the life force. And Africa, they talked about Ubuntu, the universal bond. Now, this philosophies of the 5 different continents with 5 different philosophies has been continuing for 10,000 years now. But something happened in the last 100 years. Something happened. An organization stepped forth and put 6 lenses of focus on it. The first lens of focus was disease prevention. Second lens of focus was education. Third was upgrading their local economies. Fourth lens of focus was helping mothers and children. The fifth was water, clean water projects, and the last was peace. And obviously you have guessed right, this organization was Rotary. It brought all these 5 continents on one platform. It brought all of them on one platform. This is an amazing thing that an institution and organization can do. We are very proud of it, my friends. Very proud of it. Okay. Okay. I will just go a little bit more in detail into the holistic development model which the Indian and Asians were talking about. This is again a bit complicated, but don't worry about it as such. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay. Don't worry too much about it. What it shows on the x-axis is the progress of life of a person. What it shows on the y upper axis is the positive human development that we should aim at. And what is happening, what is shown on the bottom is the negative human development that happens if we don't do positive human development. And that is where the whole role of Rotarians and Rotractors comes. A, to make ourselves grow in the direction of positive human development, and B, to help our colleagues and members of the society. So what are those positive human developments? It begins with the infant with a good value system. अच्छे संस्कारों के साथ बच्चे को पालना पोसना पड़ता है. That is his first wealth of life. The opposite of that is a spoiled child. The second is the child should get good education and empowerment. Otherwise, we have ill-trained youth. The third is judicious economic enterprises. That a child should be able to do the youth should be able to do a good enterprise. I want to give a word of caution to Rotractors over here that, like they tell you in the airlines, first put your mask of oxygen, then put it for others. Similarly, regarding education and empowerment, first empower yourself. Focus on your self-development. Then think of others. Then the society will be ready to welcome you. The next holistic milestone is divine family or affectionate family. But our Indian philosophy does not stop there. It says you have to go beyond your family, beyond yourself, after you are sufficiently well provided for these 4 stages. You have to think of the world as a family. Then harmonizing with nature, timelessness, and cosmic harmony. These are some of the other stages. I'm not going to go into details now. So in Rotary, each of these milestones has been attended to by us through our focus areas. So for infant growth with good values, we have disease prevention and treatment, like polio eradication has been a great thing we have done. Then supporting education, that is another great area which we do for the second milestone of youth education and empowerment. For work and enterprise, we have the growing of the local economies. Enterprise education is a great contribution from our district for this, and vocational skills development. Then for divine family, we have saving mothers and children projects and focus of providing clean water. Now, in this 6 focus areas, these are the first 5 focus areas I talked about. Last is peace. If you remember the objectives which I said, it said international understanding and peace. That is what is the purpose of Rotractors International Service Department or Division, whatever you call it, or International Service Avenues of the Rotary, which is providing international understanding and peace. Again, this is a slightly difficult topic. So when I was the director of international service and also the mentor, I said, I talked with my district governor and said, what should we focus on? And then together we worked out that let us focus on South Asia. Why South Asia? They are our immediate neighbors and we have very common cultural ties. Most of the time, all our ties are with America, Brazil, Europe and whatnot, but we forget our immediate neighbors. Let us focus on immediate neighbors is what we said. Now I'm coming to some specific points for peace through Rotract. You could have what are called friendship exchanges with these clubs. So Rotract Club of Pristine could develop on the connections which have been already set up with Rotary and Rotract in Sri Lanka and Nepal in last 3 years by our district. We have got very good connections with Rotract Club of Delhi Bazaar, Rotract Club of Kathmandu, and there's a concept of sister clubs. And I'm very proud to say that I heard that Pristine, Rotract Club of Pristine, has set up sister clubs already, or at least initiated the process. It has connected with almost 70 countries and woven them in. And also your Secret Santa project is something worth considering. Over 40 countries are already participating in it. Stopped only perhaps by Corona. in the initial stages of this program also, you heard about the Secret Santa project, where all the countries together work on a common project, like Santa Claus for underprivileged children. My dear Rotractors of Pristine Club, this is not a small achievement for a new club. Just after your founding, immediately before the year is ending, you have already done an amazing project in international service and peace. This is a photograph of my visit to the Rotract Club in Nepal. I can vouch for it that they are very friendly people. When we went there, any places we visited, some Rotractor used to turn up and be with us during our stay or visit at that particular place in Nepal. So you can see that I'm conducting, I'm addressing those Rotractors over there in the photograph below. And here I'm exchanging my flag with the president. Then under Rotary Nepal Literacy Committee, we have had joint projects with them on enterprise education webinars between July to October 20 it should have been, sorry. And 8 Rotract teams from Nepal had participated in our final business plan competition. This enterprise education is a unique IP of my own NGO. It is available to you Rotractors also. Please visit my website enterprise-education.in. You will see the entire pedagogy available from 1st standard to 12th standard. And if one of you takes it up, I'm willing to provide the teacher training or trainers training as we call it to a small group who can then propagate it to other countries. I can tell you other countries are waiting for it because this is a very special IP from India. In fact, Pakistan people, DG, he asked me, PDG, वाक साहब हमारे लिए कब conduct करेंगे? So for obvious reasons I said, sir, पहले मेहता जी से बात कीजिए, शेखर मेहता जी से. If he consents, I will definitely conduct it for Pakistan also. So, but I need help over there. So that is where I would like the Rotractors to join hands. Then our Rotary clubs of Shanwarwada and Heritage went to Sri Lanka and had fantastic meetings with them. The district governor himself attended the meetings. So those are other good connects we have got on the international stage. Other thing that Rotractors could do is Rotary fellowships. There are very good Rotary fellowships, recreational fellowships they are called. If you go to rotary.org, you will find details about this. You can connect for international understanding and peace through these recreational Rotary fellowships. In 2019, we also had this Peace and Conflict Resolution Workshop and District Peace Awards. Arvind Dekar Sushant himself was present that time, I remember. What I suggest is, if you wish, you can organize one such workshop. We have the necessary resource people in Pune itself. 2 peace scholars are there. You can do that. Another activity which we have done in the past is Peace Walks. Mr. Yogesh Mathuria had organized this. Rotractors could organize similar or join if you wish. Peace Awards is one more activity which you can do for peace through Rotract. I wish to mention here, in this picture which was used in the International Service and Peace webinar of 14 June, it says the road to war is well metalled. The road to war is well metalled. You see all these gun carriages, tanks, everything going on a beautiful road, well laid out. A lot of spending, lot of infrastructure for war. But what is the result of that war? It's destruction. And who are the people suffering? It's not the army. It's the common people. Here you see this man with his child trying to protect that child, or these children running away. Hunger, thirst, my God, you name it, and that agony is there for these people. So the road to war is well metalled. Everybody spends on war. But the road to peace requires people with mettle. The road to peace requires people with mettle. So you have Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and on the right hand side we have Rotary people. Nelson Mandela also, I forgot to mention him. And the next photograph, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see Rotarians and Rotractors of Pristine Club over there. The road to peace requires people with mettle, which I'm sure you all are. So why the Rotract? Why the Peace Awards? I have targeted in my talk more the Rotractors. That's why I'm always talking of Rotractors. But even the Rotarians of Pristine could take this up. Peace Award. They can be given for individuals at 2 levels: the club level and the district level. to recognize and honor peacemaking efforts in conflict areas or humanitarian activities. In the past, our district has given peace awards to Vishwanathji Karad, Yogesh Mathuria, a peace pilgrim, and Dr. Bharat Kelkar for medical services in conflict zones of Syria and Lebanon. You must listen to his story. I cannot believe it when we gave him the award, what he described, the amount of destruction and casualties of life that take place. And it is the common people who suffer, the women, the children, the old people who suffer from this war. And Dr. Bharat Kelkar went in those difficult areas and provided medical services. So we awarded him that. More details, you can come to me later. I will definitely help you. Why am I talking of all this? All these efforts are to provide what is called as track 2 diplomacy. Track 1 diplomacy is what the top leaders provide. So here you can see PM Modi ji and Oli ji of Nepal shaking hands. But their efforts make a meaning only if track 2 is strong. Track 2 is the foundation which happens through common people to common people dialogues, through training we provide to each other, through advocacies, through empowering each other, through development and social activities. That is a bit poor if you see in our South Asian neighbors, whether it is Pakistan, whether it is Nepal, whether it is Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and that needs to be enhanced. That is the effort that our district is trying to make through the international service. Now I'll spend some time on Rotary Peace Centers and Rotary Peace Fellowship. These peace fellowships are of two types, certificate courses and master's degree courses. There are 130 plus fully funded programs which are offered every year covering airfare, tuition fees, stay, everything. Your eligibility requires that you have work experience in international relations, peace and development, a strong commitment, excellent leadership skills. Now, if you see most of these items, you will qualify because all Rotaractors, Rotarians have excellent leadership skills. For master's degree applicants, minimum 3 years experience. For certificate ones, 5 years. No age restrictions. Rotarians are not eligible. Rotaractors are eligible. In 5 centers, master's degree program is offered at Duke University, USA, Christian University, Japan, Bradford, England, Queensland, Australia, and Uppsala, Sweden. Certificate courses are offered in 2 places, Thailand, Chulalongkorn, and Makerere University, which is the latest addition in Uganda. I have been to one of the Rotary Peace Centers and I know that they would do a very good job. You can get all the information at rotary.org by searching for Peace Fellowship. This year the deadline is 31st May for applications. So you have to start doing your application by February. 1st February, just go at the website and find out how to apply for it. Do research the curriculum and programs at each of the Rotary Peace Centers because you have to rank 2 centers which you want to join. Submit your application before 31st May. It has to have resumes, academics, and a lot of essays are to be written. Essays are to be written in a very, very thoughtful way. And most importantly, you have to get your application endorsed by the Rotary District. Engage with Rotary and past Peace Fellows so you are aware of things. This Rotary District endorsement, what I would suggest is, go through your president. He will then contact the district governor. Fortunately, you have got Sudhin Apteji with you, so he will guide you also because he is very close to the district. And then you should be able to get your application endorsed. Only after it is endorsed, then you can be considered. By July, it should be endorsed. June or July, I think it should get endorsed, and you will get the results by November. Fellowship is not an admission. You still have to get your admission to the course. So this is in short about that. I had asked you people what are the 5 or 6 ideas which you have gathered. If anyone has tried, please put them in the chat box so that I can have a look. Meanwhile, I'm just giving a synopsis. Rotary Positive Peace I covered, then holistic self-development, friendship exchanges, recreational fellowships, peace workshops, peace walks, peace awards, and Rotary Peace Fellowship. These are the 6 or 7 ideas for peace through Rotaract, which I thought I have put forward. If you have spotted something new, please put it on the chat box. I'll also love to hear it. Now, since I've got 3 or 4 minutes more, I want to just have a little fun with you people. I'm going to take you on a fantasy journey. My formal presentation is over, so this is just a fantasy I'm taking you to. Fantasy space travel, from where I think I got my message for peace. As a childhood, in my childhood, I always dreamt of space travel. For some reason. I think partly it was I was very fascinated by planes, but I never became a pilot. Then in 1969, I saw Apollo 14, I think it was, landing on the moon, and that fascinated me. So I said, एक दिन हम भी जाएंगे space में. But obviously it didn't happen. India did not have a space program. But something happened after 50 years. On 5th of November 2013, India's Mangalyaan was launched. And that again rejuvenated my thought, अरे space में जाना चाहिए था. But अरे ठीक है, खुद नहीं जा सकते तो imagination से जाएंगे. So when the Mangalyaan was flying, I also flew with it in my imagination. And what a flight it was. 25,000 kilometers per hour I was flying through space. 25,000. You cannot think in that speed. You cannot think. But then something interesting happened. There is a point called Lagrange point. These are places in the solar system where the forces of gravity balance out perfectly. These are the Lagrange points. So L2 Lagrange point, which is away from the sun. This is Earth, a small blue dot, and L2 is about 1.5 million kilometers away. What is so special about these points? One can rest stationary here without being pulled by the gravity of either of the planets or the sun. It's a stationary point. In fact, very interestingly, in our very ancient knowledge, they say Trishanku. Trishanku means you neither go to heaven nor you come back to earth. So that is that Lagrange point. And I think when our rishis must have written it, they must have thought of this Lagrange point without knowing it. So one can rest stationary there. So I thought I was resting over there. And when I was resting, I looked at the sun. Imagine, this is all happening in my fantasy. And what did I hear the sun say? What did I hear the sun say? Very interesting. It said, "O child of Mother Earth, O child of Mother Earth, listen to me with care. Be there rain, hail, or storms mighty. Whatsoever be the events in life, never leave your path of duty. Never leave your path of duty." This was the beautiful message which I thought I got from the Sun God. Never leave your path of duty. So, with that beautiful message, I looked around because I was in a stationary place now, and I found the cosmos is exquisitely beautiful. So many galaxies, stars, and in the solar system itself was so well laid out with so many planets. But then a closer look at the planets made me realize that every planet is inhospitable. Every planet is inhospitable. It has no atmosphere where a living being like us can survive. It has no place where a person like us can walk safely. It is the most inhospitable. There are damaging solar and cosmic radiation which strike us. So while I was thinking that, I suddenly looked at one planet. I said, "Hey, what's that? Who is this beautiful mother whose garments are azure blue? Her blouse is of greenery, ornaments of clouds are new. And the great home which I had forgotten, like the prodigal son, I realized that it's my own home. Oh, this is Mother Earth, my own home and abode. She is the only shelter to all living creatures in the entire solar system, or perhaps in the cosmos. This is my Mother Earth, my own home. And I will find here the harbor. So the forgotten home, I must go back." And then my final wish was, now my only wish is to do duty and be devoted. Mother Earth should never be distressed. This will be my spiritual deed. So this is the beautiful message I have to you, all of you. Remember, Earth is the only haven we have on planet, in the entire solar system. It's the only haven. It is the only place which has got the perfect atmosphere for survival. It is the only place which gives us all provisions to live, and gives us the opportunity to live in peace, P-E-A-C, in capital letters. Please mark those words of mine. It is the only haven. And how can you take care of what little contribution can you do? That is given by the Sun God. Perform your duty. Perform your duty. Whether your duty as a son, as a brother, as a sister, as a family member, as a family head, or as a student, as a teacher, as a lecturer, as a service provider, or as a Rotarian. Keep doing your duty. And that will ensure that the world will be a peaceful place. I thank Rotary Club of Pristine and Rotary Club of Pristine once again for the beautiful opportunity you gave me. I hope I have not overstepped my limits in talking. This is my email if you wish. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Take care. I hand the session back to the club.
That was fantastic, Pradeep, and your fantasy journey was really amazing. Anybody has any questions? We can take 1 or 2 questions. With the permission of floor, I would like to extend the meeting by say 5 to 10 minutes and take the questions if there are any. You can unmute and talk if you want.
Dinesh, this is Neeraj. I actually don't have a question, but I would like to share my experience with Pradeep.
Yes, Neeraj.
So I had an opportunity to participate in the peace rally
करेक्ट
that was conducted by Rotarian Pradeep throughout the Pune city. And I tell you, it was a wonderful experience. We visited almost all the worship places of all the religions. It started early morning at 7 o'clock at Dagdushet Alvai temple, and we ended at the Sadhu Vaswani mission. We covered all the religions, and it was a gathering of around 50 to 60 people, or we were walking, and we walked around 8 to 9 kilometers. But it was a wonderful experience.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you. Yeah, it was an awesome experience. Yogesh ji had led us in that. And I want to mention one thing over here. It was the only time in my stay in Pune when at a Hindu temple, a Muslim person, Rotarian, was given the first chance of entry along with us. I will not go into the details.
त्यांच्याच क्लबची
I think तुमच्याच क्लबची ना नीरज? Yeah. Shani. So imagine where in the world can this happen? Where can such a peaceful gesture happen? Only in India. We are the ambassadors to the world of peace. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And we have to remember that great cultural heritage of ours and pass it on to the rest of the world. We do not speak. That's why we are not heard. And then interestingly, it was the Hindus who offered seva and prayers as a madar. Nowhere it happens. Only in India it will happen. And there was a beautiful thought that came to me. हवा जो चूमे मंदिर मस्जिद गुरुद्वार. Listen very carefully. हवा जो चूमे मंदिर मस्जिद गुरुद्वार माहौल करेगी ही ना वह हरकश खुशगवार. The air that flows over a mosque or a gurudwara or a temple, whichever is the community that is living on the other side, whether it is a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, it will live in it. It will not say, oh, I've come over a mosque so only Muslims should breathe. It will not say, I'll come over a temple so only Hindus should breathe. No. The air, उसके जैसा अपना दिल होना चाहिए. हवा जो चूमे मंदिर मस्जिद गुरुद्वार माहौल करेगी ही ना वह हरकत खुशगवार. तेरी रहम का ये पैगाम ऐ खुदा फैले और अमन से रहे सारा जहां. Thank you, Neeraj. Anybody else? Please feel free, since we have been given some time.
Yeah, Rotaractors, the program is for you. So if you have any questions about Peace Fellowship in GSC, please ask.
Sir, I had one question.
Yes, who is it?
Shantanu.
Shantanu, go ahead.
Yeah, apart from peace topics, is there any another kind of fellowship which Rotary offers, as in for engineering students or anything?
Yeah, that is the normal Rotary scholarships, which is done through a global grant. So like any other normal global grant, you have to apply for a global grant through your club and identify another club abroad who will be your international host. And it's a normal global grant, but restricted to a scholarship for studying in a university. So your club, the club which hosts you, has to put in the money, its share. The district has to put in the money share. Then the other club and the other district has to put in. But then your case has to be very strong, where both the clubs feel that, "Arey, isko milna chahiye scholarship." But yes, that path is there. Rotary scholarships. And that detail is also available on rotary.org.
Yes, you can visit Rotary.org. You can find there are many fellowships. There are groups of people of like-minded hobbies, interests. So you can always have exchanges with them. There is something called as Rotary Family Exchange also. So you can visit to a family in suppose Brazil or Germany, and that family visits your place. So that is also there. There are a lot of opportunity what Rotary provides.
Very true, very true.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
now I request our Rotary President Shantanu Arvindekar to give the formal vote of thanks.
Okay. So it was really a great pleasure to have you all on board. I would like to thank my sponsor Rotary for helping throughout this event, and thank you all for joining. A special mention and gratitude to Rotarian Pradeep Wagh sir and Rotarian Neeraj Mehta sir, as they made us aware of all these programs available. Also, I would like to thank all the Rotaractors who joined us from Italy, Lebanon and Pakistan. Thank you for joining, and also Indonesia and Philippines. Yeah, over to you, sir.
Okay, it was a lovely evening. Formal meeting I am going to adjourn now, so the meeting is adjourned. I'm keeping the Zoom meeting on if people want to wander around for some time. Like in the hall, when we complete the meeting, we keep meeting each other. So we keep that same space over here also.
Shantanu?